Melody. This video, I'm gonna be showing you how I produce, recorded, and mix a full song in FL Studio. So I'm gonna give you a full breakdown and a full workflow of how I did it. Like, comment, subscribe. How I really produced this beat. Start with the melody. The sound I used the analog, which you can get from Waves. This is how it sounds. Absolutely beautiful. Simply just layered it with another sound. Obviously, you can tell it sounds a little bit deeper, which is just to add a little bit more depth into it. Usually when I'm making my beats, it depends if I want to add 808s first. Really, the vibe I'm going with, depending on what drum I add first. So in this one, I added the 808 first, and it's a go-to 808. This was the pattern. Yeah, pretty simple drum pattern. You can hear a little bit of distortion on there. We'll get to the mix. Kick, I just wanted the kick to just kind of fill in those spots that it needed to fill. Which you kind of get the point. Velocity is always turned up to the max. In the mixer channel, fix the sound and the volume. Nothing too crazy. Like, I never want to make my beats too crazy anyways. Alright, now the hi-hats. This may look very weird and crazy. I didn't do anything crazy with the velocity. The intro, you know, I had it coming up a little bit just to add a little bit of touch to it. But hi-hats, you know, I've gotten taught to be creative with your drums. Yeah, you gotta stand out a little bit, but this is what I found worked for this particular beat after I added the 808s and kicks. Ooh, a little spicy there. All right, and then you got the simple delay clap. You get the point. Layered that with a snare clap. Okay, and then I would say it's a snare clap, like kind of put together. Just how it sounded, it just sounded right to me and sounded what I should use. Yeah, just yep. All right, so that is the beats, and then going into the mixer channel, you know, the melody. Play the whole shebang right here. I took out low end. Took out the low end, wanted to make room for the drums, obviously. That's for the melody, turned it down a little bit. The 808, turned it down to about -8 dB. You want to make room. You don't want the 808s killing everything, which is already loud. This is what my parametric EQ looks like. The limiter's there to sidechain the kick, so nothing is clashing. If you want more in detail about that, you can comment down below. And then I added some distortion on there, so you can hear the 808s actually through the phone, because I come to find out that the 808 that I'm using it sounds more subby like. It's harder to hear through the phone, so that's why you add a little bit of distortion to it, so you can hear it on really every device. It's easy to hear in the car, but you want to hear your 808 through all the devices. Hi-hats, added Fruity Blood Overdrive, and as you can see, I'm using mainly stock plugins. I'm not adding too much. I'm not doing too much. Never overcook, never overmix on your beats, because if you already pick good sounds, you will not need to mix that much. All right, clap snare. Added some reverb on there, which you could tell when I was playing it. So yeah, that's pretty much the beat. The arrangement based off how I wrote the song. So that's it for how I produced it. Now we're gonna move on to the actual recording and mix.
Dream, dream, heaven. Wait for the house to come in, yeah. I live on my own, come in. Yeah, my dream coming true. I'm trying to escape the whole world. Wanna figure out the truth. Wanna grow old with you, cause the whole world is cruel. I hate to break the news, but the news keep lying to you. Like I said, live on my own. I think my bills are due. I don't got enough for chrome. I got enough for the wrong thing. I got enough for the drug face. I hate lying to your face. I was getting high in the driveway, discovering new songs in the driveway.
Alright, so recording and the mix itself and the beat, put it on track 1 in case anything needs to change, or you know what you need to do to it and to glue it together, which I have an API on it, which we'll get to. The Vox and Go recorder is just how I hear it through my OBS. Intro came in a little bit later in the song when I got the idea to do the intro. I'm gonna put this in the intro, and just to spice it up, because you want the song starting right away.
Dream, dream.
So how I recorded it, I got my dry vocal. Dry vocal I routed to my lead vocal, which my lead vocal is what I put all of my what I put my plugins on, and that's where sidechaining comes in. So dry vocal leads to your lead vocal, which your dry vocal is turned all the way down because you don't want your dry vocal playing unless you have plugins on your dry vocal. You can have it up a little bit. Like some people put their auto tune and their EQ on the dry vocal and then lead into the lead vocal just to give more room and more space to work with, like to work with your auto tune and stuff like that. It goes more in depth. But yes, I sidechain to my lead vocal, which sidechains to my compression, reverb, delay, and it goes on. The lead vocal, I have Auto Tune Pro on. I have a REQ6 EQ on here. Nothing too crazy. I'm not even dipping anything or finding bad frequencies because I didn't hear it. So I got my compression, my RDSer, another compression. As you can see, I have you want two compressions on there, and I found that the RDSer works good in between. I mean, you can put it together or you can put it after. It's whatever sounds good. Like there's no right or wrong, and there's no rules to music. It's whatever sounds good. There's no certain way of how to mix a song. It's what sounds good, what needs to be fixing in the mix. And then I wanted to add some saturation, so I got this Abbey Roads tape saturator, and I'm not too familiar on using this, so I went to the presets and scrolled down here to male vocal warmth, and like if it's all the way up over here, because I have the mix level around 18. If it was all the way up, you can really hear it, but you just want a little bit. You just want a little bit on there to give it a little bit of oomph and a little bit of strength to it. Added a fruity flangus. I actually added this a little bit when I came back to the mix like a couple weeks later, and I don't know why I added it, but I was just like, let me try it. Like I said, just try things and see how it goes. Alright, so sidechain into the compression. Here's the compression, RVox with it, and then sidechain to a reverb. Reverb, I use TrueVerb. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do much. I just added some more reverb, and it sounded pretty good to me. So yeah, it definitely added. You can tell. Moving on to delay. All I have up here is a Fruity Delay 3. I felt like I didn't need any I feel like I didn't need an EQ. Maybe I might add an EQ later, but I think the mix is good as of right now. But yeah, I don't think I need a EQ for this delay. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I have it on 1/8 timing. Or sorry. I have it on 1/4 timing, sorry. And then ad-libs, pretty much the same thing. I pretty much copy and paste it, leave vocals, but just play with the levels a little bit more. Pretty much with mixing, I found out that leveling is more important than, or I don't want to say more important, but it's pretty important compared to the actual, compared to adding a whole bunch of plugins on it to try to make your mix glorious, you know. So yeah, make sure you're mixing, make sure you have your make sure you're gaining, your gain staging and your levels are correct before even touching plugins, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm gonna keep coming back to this. It's whatever sounds great to you. Your ears might not be up to par of hearing everything and being able to hear what actually sounds good, or you may not know what actually sounds good. But the more you do this and the more you mix every single day and kind of learn each plugins and learn what actually sounds good to you, things will start kind of flowing into your flow state. So here's, I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the raw vocals.
I live on my own, come in.
Not the raw vocal. I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the, I'm gonna go ahead and play the vocal with the effects on, and I'm gonna turn it off.
I live on my own, come in. My dream coming true. I'm trying to escape the whole world. I wanna figure out the truth. I wanna grow with you, cause the whole world is cruel.
I hate the break,
But the news keep lying to you. Like I said, live on my own. I think my bills are due. Yeah, I don't got enough for Chrome. I got enough for the wrong thing.
Right, okay, so, and I'm gonna play it with the effects off.
I live on my own, come in. My dream coming true. I'm trying to escape the whole world. I wanna figure out the truth. I wanna grow with you, cause the whole world is cruel. Hate to break the news, but the news keep lying to you. Like I said, live on my own. I think my bills are due. Yeah, I don't got enough for Chrome. I got enough for the wrong thing. I got enough for the drug phase.
All right, so obviously you can tell it's I mean, pretty different. Like you don't hear the energy, you don't hear really what. Yeah, you don't hear no energy. You don't hear what the plugins were really bringing life to it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play some ad-libs.
Yeah. The whole world.
And I don't know if you can hear it, but you can kind of hear the doubler I have on there.
Yeah. The whole world. Truth.
I do.
We know.
Yes, I'm.
So with the ad-libs, you can kind of tell they're a lower volume, but I turned the harmony up a little bit, and I was pretty much playing with my voice. I was just having fun with it, you know, and if you can kind of hear the energy. Another thing I was doing with my ad-libs, I was panning. So panning with your ad-libs to kind of make it more fun in your ears and something to really listen for. Like when you go back and listen to this again, you would just hear different stuff every time you listen to the song, which is something that I wanted you to actually hear.
Yeah. Driveway. Yeah.
Driveway.
Yeah.
Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just having fun, bro. It's kind of funny, but, you know, it's how it was. After everything's done, after I mixed it and really worked on the vocal, I routed all my vocal tracks, my instrumental. So that's where the gluing comes in. So that's where I added my API, threshold to 10, attack to 30, put the ratio all the way low, put the release to 0.5, and then I went medium, I went normal, and yeah, you can just copy this if you want to. It pretty much just added.
In the driveway. It's a box in the driveway. Mom, I'm sorry. Lost my phone, it ran off. Lost the whip, it's girl.
it really just kind of glued it together. And there's different things you can use to glue it together, like an SSLG channel. You can use a SSL compressor, which this works really good. This is something you can just add after the API if you wanted to. And then lastly, on the master, put a limiter up there, stealing all the way to the max, put some saturation, turn the gain up, and then put an L4 ultra maximizer on it, and max it out really. So if we're gonna look up the WLM meter to show really what it's at and how many LUFS we're at, I would say this was probably hitting around maybe -8.
In the driveway, it's a box in the driveway. Mom, I'm sorry. Lost my phone, it ran. Lost the whip, this girl. Cannot see a damn thing. First place in my dead ways. Yeah, I live on my own. Come in, my dream coming true. I'm trying to escape the whole world. I wanna figure out the truth. I wanna grow up with you, cause the whole world is cruel. I hate to break the news, but the news keep lying to you.
All right, so we did get down to -8, but we were sitting around -10, -11. Overall, that's how I recorded this track, and that's pretty much how I record all my vocals and stuff like that.